Shaun White will be here live to talk about his crazy holiday giveaways.
Because 'tis the season to trample people for free stuff.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Oh, I love free stuff the most, but you know what I like more than free stuff?
What?
DNA proof of Bigfoot.
What?
Yes.
He does exist.
We will discuss that development, though not with Shaun White.
Okay, sounds good.
Guys,
did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I had the best Thanksgiving in the world, because I did something very smart.
What did you do?
Went to a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't bother cooking.
Okay.
Why would I do that?
No
Nothing
judgment.
to
I've
clean
gone to a
up.
restaurant before.
Plus, I found a place that had a buffet.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So I could have as much turkey as I wanted. They had cornbread stuffing, though.
It wasn't good.
I don't care for that, Carrie Simon of Simon, L.A.
I just don't like stuffing in general.
Oh, well, listen,
There's so many other good foods to choose from. Why do you want to waste it with stuffing?
Because it's bread that was cooked inside of a turkey. I don't understand why you wouldn't like it. But not only did they have all the turkey you could eat, right? There was a whole separate room devoted to desserts.
Oh, now that's heaven.
Oh, it was a good time. I had so many tiny pumpkin pies.
Oh, yeah. I actually, on Thanksgiving, we went to help package food and like take it to homeless people in the morning, so I felt very happy about myself.
Oh.
And then later had Thanksgiving at my place.
Wait, so you
And I made a pie.
Oh,
I made
what?
a pie. I know. I don't cook. I know. But I made the best chocolate peanut butter pie. Has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but it was delicious.
Prove it. Bring it in. Bring in a pie. Make another pie.
Oh, God, it took so much time.
I like
It's like 4 hours of cooling I have to do.
4 hours of cooling. That is tough work, cooling something for 4 hours.
I'll bring in some desserts.
I like how you were off having a charitable time with your Thanksgiving morning, and I was busy eating pancakes. It was good pancakes, though.
Time now to run down the top things on the web.
We're going around the net!
Yay! Cooking show with a host who clearly understands fine dining.
Hello, Wildcats. This is Weber Cooks, and today we're cooking spaghetti. Break them in half, put them in, add our water, and then this will cook for 10 minutes. You take them out. You got to kind of watch it because it's hot. We're just going to strain our noodles, add our sauce to the noodles, and we'll pop it back in the microwave. And our spaghetti dinner is ready for you to eat. And it only took about 14 or 15 minutes in total.
Never seen anyone use a microwave longer than a Grateful Dead jam. One of my favorite things about that is he says, here you have a spaghetti dinner in about 15 minutes. Note to Stephen, cook it on the stove for 8 minutes.
It takes longer than 8 minutes.
Now, listen, we watched these videos this morning as you found them on the internet. That's what you do.
I know. That's all I do.
Don't laugh, guys. That's what she does all weekend.
It's true.
So we decided to give it a go ourselves using Stephen's helpful hints. We have a microwave here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy.
All right.
Now, let's see if I was paying enough attention here. We got a microwave here that, by the way, if I were to rate this microwave, it would be a 0 out of 5.
It's the worst. It's the
because
worst
if you hit anything 7, 8, or 9, they do nothing. Literally nothing. This is a brand new microwave, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and open it now. Here we go, right? Now, if we've learned anything from Stephen, it's that you just take a bowl. Here we have ground beef.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Now, I'm going to put this in here, and we're going to start cooking it for, I don't know.
7 minutes?
Let's go 12.
12.
Now, in order to do that on the Emerson microwave 0 out of 5 on Gadgetron, we're going to have to hit 6. Then it starts cooking for 6 minutes. Then we got to add time. Add time. Add time. Add time.
There. Oh, that's 14
All right, so
minutes.
it's going to go for 13:55, give or take.
This is an awful idea. This is the worst idea.
This is a great idea. It's going to be delicious. And then after, we're going to add some more stuff to it. I don't want to spoil that for you, but there's bread, there's cheese. It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be delicious.
Okay, Candace, what's next?
All right, an example of live TV gone very wrong or very right. Okay, I know that looks horrible, but don't worry, she's okay.
Nope. Here's the actual end of that video. We are not kidding. That is the actual end of that video.
But I have faith that she's okay.
Oh, I do not.
Of course you don't.
Have you been to Spain?
No.
Well,
we were
me
supposed to go
either.
for our 420 show, but then it got canceled.
Listen, I am half Spanish, and I would not trust anyone in my family to work on me whatsoever. But here's the fun thing about that. The variety show kept going, and then sent a camera outside to look at this person.
Did it keep going? See, I thought it all shut down. As soon as she fell, the music ended.
If you watch the video online, the full video, people do go help her.
Yeah.
But their first priority is to get a camera on the roof to see her get in the ambulance.
That poor girl.
Spain, you do things so well.
Poor girl. And now, a scene from a mall.
Like the Woody Allen movie?
Well, it's in Canada, so no, probably not.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. Oh, my God.
Well done. And obviously, he was okay.
Actually, Candace. See that?
Honestly, again?
You could tell that was Canadian footage because the Canadian national anthem was playing.
Yes, I definitely heard that, yeah.
But what I love about that is that in Canada's, I think, an awesome place. I would love to move to Canada someday.
I love Canada.
Perhaps
Canada's amazing.
Listen, if you want to take me, I will renounce my American citizenship on the air. So, Canada, I'm waiting. But what I love about that is in Canada, their malls have pirate coves. It's just
I wish we had
a body of water and a fake pirate, and he jumps in. I don't even know how deep that was.
I don't need it. It was crazy, but I'm glad he lived.
Listen, those are the things you'll try when you have free national health care. Canada, I'm waiting.
And now, while we're on the subject of morons attempting stupid stunts, here's this Russian. Acts like the vodka in his system saved him from being hurt, right?
No, he was very hurt. Indeed, same ambulance joke. Just, here we go. You could tell that was Russian.
Obviously, with the music.
Because we got Russian sound-alike music.
Of course.
Copyright free.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in Russia.
Oh, boy. My 3 favorite words in the English language are elsewhere in Russia.
Here's a vodka miracle.
This now qualifies as a national day of celebration for Russia.
Yeah. At least we know those guys are okay, right?
They're fine, Candace, except for the fact that they live in Russia and the only way they can keep warm is with vodka.
That's okay.
Not okay for me.
And in at number 1, it's time to welcome back our favorite internet chef.
Yay!
Microwave Steve.
Hello, Wildcats. This is Weber Cooks, and today we're making a rice dish. This one here, you just dump the rice into the thing, put it in the microwave for 1 minute. We'll stir it up, put it in the microwave for 20 minutes, and that will make it come out great. And now that it's cooked for 20 minutes, you have this hot dish that you can eat. And I'm Stephen Reed, and this was Weber Cooks.
Now, Candace, we have found out what years of microwave cooking will do to you.
You did it again.
I did it again. By the way, for the record, that is the only series of YouTube videos I have ever seen that has 0 dislikes.
I love it.
I'm not even kidding.
It's so great. My favorite part about this video, and we didn't show it, but at the very beginning, he cuts off butter and he sticks it in the bowl with a plastic knife, puts it in the microwave, pulls out the plastic knife, and just stirs it around. He doesn't even take the time.
Well, I don't know if you noticed the use of the microwave, but Steven is working harder. I mean, looking smarter, not harder. So with the having a knife in there means it's ready to go. Now, what we're going to do here, as we've learned from Steven, we got 7.5 minutes left. But you know, we gotta move along. Let's just open this up here.
No, don't touch it. It's hot. It's hot.
Don't worry, Steven.
It looks like a brain.
Steven doesn't need gloves, and I don't.
It looks like a brain.
It's a nice medium rare. Okay. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead now. We're gonna get this going because we gotta make something
going?
Here. Listen. I've watched a lot of these videos. I know exactly what to do. Hand me some bread. Now, as we've learned from Steven, it really doesn't matter what it tastes like as long as it's hot.
I'm sorry, this is really twisted on good.
Counterclockwise. There we go.
All right.
All right. So now we're gonna take some bread. We're
Okay,
gonna take some bread on that. Let's go with let's cover the whole plate. Let's go 4 full pieces of bread. Kids, you can try this at home if your microwave doesn't suck like this one. Here we go. Okay, so now what we need to do is get the meat on here.
I don't know that you should touch. Oh,
I'm just going for it. Oh, that is hotter than you think. It is so hot.
Of course it's hot. It's been in there for 7 minutes.
If it works for Steve, it's going to work for me. All right, here we go. I'm just going to take a little bit off the top here. Don't worry, guys. It's like a burger.
That is so disgusting.
To you, but to Steve, it's great. Here we go. Oh, yeah. We're going to spread that out. Now, Candace, we're going to need more bread here.
More bread?
Yeah, but first, we have some delicious generic salsa cheese, salsa con queso. And now we're going to go ahead and add this on here. Just get some bread out. And we're going to, oh, there you go. You guys say what you want. This is going to be delicious. All right. Now add this on. There you go. Oh, we're making a sandwich. I'm excited. Okay, we're going to go 3 on top. That's fine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in. And we're going to cook it for
10 minutes?
like 100 minutes. I don't know. So let's, again, this is the worst microwave in the world. And I'm going to add 30 seconds. Add 30 seconds. All right, we're going to let this cook 14.5 minutes, everybody.
Just bad idea.
Oh, I love bad ideas. Still ahead, Bigfoot DNA has been found.
Yay!
That only sounds like the setup to a Jay Leno joke about Monica Lewinsky.
But seriously, for real.
Yeah, for real. We're going to do that when we come back. We'll talk Bigfoot.
And Olympic gold medalist Shaun White is here too. Stick around.
It's still going, everybody. Don't worry, we're going to check on that later. But right now, intelligent conversations about Bigfoot are usually as elusive as the creature itself. But Cliff Barackman and I will attempt to have one right now. Please welcome Cliff, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Cliff, I am a huge fan of Finding Bigfoot. I spend my Sunday nights watching that and then live tweeting about it, and then people get mad at me. But anyway, where are you and your team in locating Sasquatch? Obviously, you haven't found him yet, otherwise the show would be over.
Well, you know, a lot of people talk about finding Bigfoot, not the show necessarily, but the actual action of finding a Bigfoot around. And for me, it's really more about the journey thereof. There's no end goal in sight, because once we find one, whatever that means to you, we're just going to go look for another one.
Well, I think finding one to me would mean like having dinner with it. Maybe a nice conversation. That's how you find Bigfoot. Now, last night, you guys were...
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't want to eat the same things, you know?
Well,
you
that's
want to eat
fair.
raw deer?
That's fair. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a delicious thing. Maybe if I have raw deer, I will be better at hiding, because the Bigfoots apparently are really good at hiding. Now, you were
They're very, very good at what they do.
Oh, they're better at me than this, I'll tell you that. You were just in Oklahoma City for last night's episode. Oklahoma City, you're like, that's not a place where a Bigfoot would be. But apparently there is sightings there. There was some evidence of Bigfoot. Now, where do you think most of these Bigfoots live?
I think most Bigfoots all across North America live where the habitat is viable. Animals basically need food, water, and cover. And where you find a lot of all three of those things, you generally have a history of Bigfoot activity in some sort or another.
Right. Now, also you can find food, cover, and water inside of a mall. But I have never heard of a Bigfoot
Not
going
necessarily.
in a mall.
Depends what you eat, I guess.
Yeah, well, now, here's the deal with the Bigfoot. How are they breeding? I have a couple questions for you.
Well, I'm not going to talk dirty to you like
No. I don't want to know literally like what their favorite position is. I just want to know like how. Like how are they breeding?
It's Squatchy style.
Yeah, Squatchy style. Oh my God! If there weren't so many Gundam style parodies already, I would be on board Squatchy style. But now, how do you think? Like, are they just breeding with each other? And does that mess up the DNA strand? Like, what is happening with these Bigfoots? How are they hanging out in such small groups? And how haven't we found one yet?
Well, that's several questions. As far as breeding populations go, with large mammals like that, it seems that they get into genetic danger when the numbers drop below about 300 to 500. And that's based on cheetahs and stuff in Africa. But, however, in North America, there seems to be quite a few Sasquatches, if you include Canada in particular. I think the genetic diversity, I guess, would come into, like, danger when populations get isolated because of human development, and one population is kind of stranded on an island of forest and can't interbreed with other populations nearby. But really, there's no indication whatsoever that Sasquatches seem to be endangered at all. They seem to be fairly rare and fairly thinly distributed all across North America.
Do you have an idea, like, in your head, like, what the best estimate of how many Sasquatches there are roaming about?
Well, obviously, that's open to debates, and certainly a much more thorough ecological study needs to be done after academic acceptance of the species. But when you consider the amount of land available and whatnot, it seems reasonable to assume that there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 of these things.
Wow.
Give or take a few thousand all across North America. Now, that sounds like a lot, but it really isn't, especially when you consider Canada. I mean, Canada has a very, very small population, but it's a huge country. There's an amazing amount of land there that is actually uninhabited. So there's a lot of land for Bigfoots to be wandering around.
Now, what do you think of the news that came out over the weekend that scientists have used DNA sequencing and have essentially, it looks like, confirmed maybe not Bigfoot itself, but a Bigfoot-like species out there? What do you think of that?
Well, I'm actually encouraged by that news. Rumblings of the study done by Dr. Ketchum, Dr. Melba Ketchum from Texas, have been circulating amongst the Bigfoot community for quite some time now. I don't know much about it. I'm not privy to the data. I kind of take a wait-and-see attitude. I just wish there was a little bit less waiting and a little bit more seeing.
Right, as do we all. But now, what do you say now to the non-believers of the Bigfoot? What is the one thing you say to them?
I don't say much, you know, because... I'm sorry about my earpiece.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't say much, though, because when you're right about something, you don't have to prove it to anybody. Bigfoots are, in fact, a real species that lives here in North America. The data shows it.
There you have it. Thanks to Cliff Barackman. Watch Finding Bigfoot Sunday nights on Animal Planet. And still ahead, we're going to check in with our microwave meal. And Shaun White lands in our studio after the break. That's right, everybody. It's about that time. What hath we wrought, everybody? Now, this is, now, as Steve taught us, maybe sometimes things don't need to go 20 minutes, or maybe they need to go 40 minutes. But what we're going to do right now, because it's a live program, is we're going to go ahead and take a look.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
It actually smells really good.
First impressions, it's hot.
Yeah.
Second impressions, looks a lot better than I thought it would.
It does.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this glove on because I've already burned my
paper.
No, don't. Don't touch it.
It's paper.
All right, Candace, burn your hands. See if Steve cares. Whoa. Okay, so let me.
It's gonna make us sick.
I hope so.
Probably.
Let me lift this up and just take a look at that, everybody. That is. Oh yeah. Ah yeah.
Do you have a fork over there?
I've burned my.
You burned your fingers again.
Okay, that's not bad actually.
Yeah.
Now let me.
We only have 2 forks.
Okay, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll use a knife situation. Now.
A knife?
Let's cut in. Okay, that bread's very hard. We didn't really think that through.
Get this over with. Oh, this bread's rough.
You don't eat the bread. The bread
Okay.
is just.
I'm gonna go ahead and just.
I'm just gonna eat the meat
Yeah,
and
do
the
it.
cheese.
That's what I like to hear.
If I get sick, I'm calling in sick tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Careful, don't burn, don't burn.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad.
It's actually pretty good.
Steve is right. I'll tell you what. If I had a fork, I would be eating more of this.
Want mine?
I'm simply just getting what I can stab.
I wanted to hate it, but I don't.
Kind of
It's kind of really good, you guys.
Oh boy. Hang on a second. Let me just get a little. Oh, Steve, you are a master.
We were making fun of him.
Yeah,
he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, this is really
Microwave is the way to go.
All right, now, just in time for the holidays, we've got customizable shoes and crazy t-shirts in thread.
With the holidays coming up, it is time to dress up in sweaters and Santa hats, right? Wrong! Kick that winter cheer to the curb and suit up in these latest pop culture threads. First off, give into awesomeness the superhero way with the clothes over at Jack of All Trades. They've got all kinds of comic-y goodness, from the Man of Steel and the Dark Knight to the wisecracking Deadpool and Judge Dredd. I am the law! Besides their collection of tees, they also have a line of muscle shirts and hoodies for anyone who's tired of wearing Aunt Bertha's knitted sweaters. And if costumed spandex ain't your thing, there are these vintage muscle car tees and tributes to the rock gods of the 60s like Jimi Hendrix and David Bowie. If you're ready to show off your passions, you can snag any of this apparel over at jackofalltradesclothing.com for $20 to $45. But if you prefer your clothing to have more of a mashup vibe, then give in to the shirts over at Made with Awesome. Whether it's Harry Potter remixed with Aladdin Sane, or just Ewoks rolling Easy Rider style, they've got satirical takes on all kinds of geek history. They've also got their own spin on the world's most famous plumber, Mario, along with Gollum and Sonic spreading it out for a golden ring. But if you're just looking to spruce up your joint as opposed to your wardrobe, they've got a huge collection of cool sci-fi and fantasy prints as well. You can pick up any of these shirts for $20 to $25 or grab a print for $10 to $15 over at madewithawesome.com. And finally, finish off your ensemble by customizing your own set of kicks. Shoe companies Converse, Nike, and Adidas are now giving everyone the ability to create their own unique pair of sneakers. Start off by selecting your footwear, be it a running, basketball, or skateboard shoe. From there, simply click through the various elements of the sneaker, like the toe cap, tongue, sole, and body, and decide its color or pattern. And for those of you looking to show your love of the Caped Crusader, you can also get creative with Converse's DC line as well. After all that, drop it in the shopping cart and you're good to go. Keep in mind, customization doesn't come cheap. These kicks will run you anywhere from $65 to $270. But if you can swing the cash, check them out over at the Converse, Nike, and Adidas web pages. Who says you have to give up your style for the holidays? Your relatives? Please! Make a stand and dress your way.
All the news you need to know.
I'm Sarah Underwood, and here are your top stories. If you've been on Facebook within the last 24 hours, you've probably seen one of your friends post something like this. It's a notice proclaiming that the poster owns the right to all content they put on Facebook and that Facebook cannot distribute or use that content without their express written consent. Now, for anyone who thought this claim was real or could possibly hold up in court, I have bad news for you. It is not. You can spend all day vocalizing your claim to ownership and comforting yourself with important sounding legalese, but what it all comes down to is the fact that you agreed to follow Facebook's terms of service when you signed up, which states that the company has the right to use and display any content you post. But guess what? If you don't want Facebook all up in your business, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's an option. You just stay off of it. Stay off. And today is Cyber Monday, folks. So you'll probably find some great deals on your favorite shopping websites, but not everyone waited to do their online shopping today because lots of you did it on Black Friday. According to internet analytics from firm ComScore, U.S. consumers spent a record $1 billion online this Black Friday. That is a 26% increase from last year, and it's the first time online spending has topped $1 billion on Black Friday. And apparently, a lot of those people did their holiday shopping from their phones. Reports show that sales via mobile devices were up 221% on Thanksgiving Day. So next year, instead of standing in line waiting for doorbusters all night long, you should probably just invest in a good smartphone. Yeah. And finally, if you attended the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, this year you may have been privy to some confidential police material in the form of confetti. Yeah, that's right. Some people who attended the iconic parade last week found shredded police documents mixed in with their confetti. The shredded documents contained information including police officers' social security numbers, bank account numbers, and even undercover officers' identities. The shredded documents are apparently from the Nassau County Police Department, who've released a statement basically saying they don't know how it happened. Meanwhile, Macy's is saying they only use commercially manufactured confetti, not shredded paper. So, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Stay tuned. Snowboarder Shaun White will be here live.
Hit the gas and hold on tight because Need for Speed Most Wanted is now available for iOS. This mobile edition of the popular game series is hard to distinguish from the real version because of its console quality graphics. You can choose either touch controls or tilt to steer. Touching the right side of the screen allows you to drift, and swiping up activates your nitrous boost. Log into EA's Origin to connect with friends, compare race times, and find out who is the most wanted. Earn speed points to unlock cars like the BMW M3, the Tesla Roadster Sport, and over 30 other unique rides. You can even use mods to enhance your vehicle and get ahead of the pack in style. So what are you waiting for? Bust out that iPhone or iPad and download Need for Speed Most Wanted. Available on the iTunes App Store for $6.99.
Please welcome gold medalist and all-around total badass, Shaun White, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to our program. I'm sure you enjoyed our meat cooking demonstration.
I did. I was watching in the back. Yeah. It looked aggressive.
It was, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it is aggressively moving through my intestines right now.
Yeah, okay.
What, guys?
Well, that's fair
guys.
play. I'll accept that.
Now, Shaun, let's get down to business. You have dominated the world of competitive snowboarding and skateboarding for years. Both of these things I can't do at all. You also like to surf in your free time, okay? Is there anything that you flat out suck at?
I'm terrible at basketball.
Oh!
I got no hoops. I don't know why. Every other sport, soccer, I'm great. I can play.
You want me to
music,
tell you
all
why?
this
You're
stuff.
a white redhead.
Is that? Okay.
That is,
I knew it was something.
exactly.
Yeah.
What? I'm not insulting the man. I'm just simply looking at the history of good basketball players versus terrible ones.
Yeah.
You, much like myself, fit the terrible basketball player description.
Normally in this scenario, I would set out to prove you wrong, but it's really that bad. It's that bad. It's ingrained in me. So.
Now, when you're in competition, you seem like a competitive person, right? Because you go into these competitive sports that are solo sports. You're not playing team sports. It's just you out there.
That's why I quit, like, team sport. No, really, like, I'm just, like, breaking the sweat after the game, and everybody's like, oh, that was a good game.
See, you
and I'm
won
like,
it.
we lost, man. Like, and then no matter how hard I played, it didn't matter. So that's why this sport was, like, perfect. You know, it's like if you train hard and you do your thing, you could do well.
You lost me at train hard. You lost me. Now, when you enter competitions, most people sort of just expect you to win. Like, oh, Shaun White's gonna win. I know this because he has a video game.
Yeah.
Like, does that sort of mess with your head?
Sometimes, but most of the time I look at it in a different way. I mean, I get encouraged by it.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, if everybody's expecting me to win, and that's probably, like, they probably have a good reason. You know, I use that to my benefit. You know, I think that, like, all these people are with me to win instead of, like, you know, the pressure on top of me. So.
Sure. So you're like, listen, everybody, I'm not going to let you down. I will win.
Yeah, I like it. It's encouraging. And I haven't felt the opposite in a long time. I mean, I was winning a lot of events when I was young. So there hasn't been many events where I show up and not expected to do rather well.
Wow, that must be incredible. That must be a great feeling, to expect to do well.
I would have probably, crumbled under the pressure years ago if that wasn't the scenario. So.
But you've won 2 gold medals, okay, at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Do you have them, like, proudly displayed in your home?
I don't.
What do you do with them?
I don't. They're, like, stashed somewhere.
Stashed somewhere?
I misplaced them at one point. One of them.
You lost a gold medal.
It was strange because I'm in the back of my friend's car and I went to, like, pull, like, a candy bar or a magazine I'd stashed in the back of his seat, and my medal was in there, and I'm like, like, how in the world did this get here? And I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at him like, what were you doing with this, you know, in the first place? But I realized I had, you know, you take it on talk shows and things like that, and I'd always back pocket it or stash it somewhere, but it'd been there for a while.
That seems that is insane to me. If you can misplace a gold medal, because I can tell you where my Little League statues are.
Oh, really?
Like, all my Little League trophies, they're at my parents' house.
Okay.
I know exactly where they are.
On the mantle.
Maybe you just give them to your parents. Give them the gold medals to your parents. They'll
What's weird, it's like, do you display them somewhere?
Yeah.
And then when you,
No, you say, welcome to my new home. This is the foyer. These are my 2 Olympic gold medals.
Seen my chandelier.
Yeah. First floor is 2,000 square feet, which is 1,000 square feet per gold medal.
Yeah.
This is what you would say, in case you're wondering.
So I just keep additioning to the house?
Now, you have an interesting style. You have your own line of clothing at Target. I see it all the time. I'm like, that won't fit me. And then I walk past it. Now you have a very interesting style. In fact, I have seen a photograph of you with American flag pants.
Yeah.
Which is not something I could pull off. Those seem like they would touch the ground. Now, once they touch the ground, do you have to then burn them? Like, because you're not supposed to let the flag touch the ground.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You know what's funny is I had this weird, I always get these weird things going when I'm heading toward an event or something, but I had those made.
You just said, hey guys, guess what I thought of?
No, I was just
flag
like,
pants.
I was like, what am I gonna need if I win this medal? Like, flag pants. Like, of course. Like, and part of it was that I was like, it's subtle things to make sure you do well. It's like, okay, well, you know, if I have the pants made, then I have to win. Because I got to wear the pants out.
Boy, you were all about this expecting to win thing.
It's a subtle, like, trickery to make yourself... So that's a more obtainable goal, is to succeed in wearing the pants than the goal of winning the Olympics, you know what I mean? You don't want to...
Your goal is to succeed in wearing the pants and not win the Olympics.
You should have seen me afterward. I, like... I threw them on, and I was like, it was worth it.
Wow, that is beautiful. Now, you've landed a double McTwist 1260 in snowboarding, okay? Which is not a dessert from McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you're going for a 1080 in skateboarding. Okay, these are rotations we're talking about. With that many rotations, how are you not vomiting everywhere?
You know, every single trick I do is built off of another trick. So before the 1080, you would do a 900. You know, before that a 720. It's all degrees of rotation in this sense. The double McTwist 1260 was an undertaking just because, I mean, to attempt that the first try, even on the snow, I mean, it's somewhat of a mission. I mean, you got to be psyched up, you got to go for it, and it's pretty dangerous because it's doing 2 flips.
Right.
Where you normally would land the trick that it was built off of in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where you normally land that, you have to disregard and then continue on another flip. So you see your landing, and you see your safety net of like where you should be going, and then you have to go past that.
That
which
sounds
is
terrifying.
It's just all mindset. Because you muscle memory, you program in a sense like you've done this trick so many times that it's just there for you. That's how I feel about it. But then when you learn something new, you have to really like break down that barrier and go past it, which is strange sometimes. But
I could never do this. But, okay, so now let's move on. Finally, let's talk about, we're getting into the Christmas spirit. The holidays are around the corner. You have a giveaway kind of a thing going on your Facebook. Can you tell us about the Shaun's White Christmas giveaway?
The White Christmas giveaway.
The White Christmas giveaway. Sounds racist.
It is slightly. No, it's the opposite. We basically did this thing last season where we gave away a bunch of product from Burton to the fans, and it was such a big success that we took it to the next level and are including all the sponsors. So you can win GoPro cameras, Burton gear, there's stuff from Target, Stride Gum, you name it. But what's fun is we produced this ourselves, so all that stuff you saw was shot by my brother and I, which is exciting. I mean, you rarely get the opportunity where sponsorships go, here, do what you want to do. And so that was our whole gimmick, is like suits and kind of buddy holly kind of jolly Christmas, you know. Because that's how Christmas used to be, not all stressed out on like, you know, shopping day.
How do you enter? You go to your Facebook page? Or?
Yeah, you go to the Facebook and there's 8 days of gifting and you answer certain various questions.
Okay, 8 days of gifting is Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And you're calling it White. Never mind. Forget it.
We're getting.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Shaun White.
Hey,
thank you so much for being here. To participate in the White Christmas giveaway, visit Shaun's Facebook page between December 3rd and December 10th. And now over to Candace Bailey.
Thank you, Matt Myra. Stay tuned. Matt reviews the Kindle Fire on today's Gadget Prime. It's an e-reader on steroids.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
The always hilarious and always bearded Brett Gelman drops by with his sitcom Go On. Then Chris Gore kicks it with the latest discs, including Paranorman and Lawless on DVD Day. And we've got a roundup of movie-themed games, including Army of Darkness and The Hobbit in apps. Straight to it. All right, Matt, what do you got for us today?
Well, Candy Can.
That's right.
Remember the Kindle Fire HD7?
Boy, do I.
Well, today we're looking at the bigger version of that. It just came out. It's the Kindle Fire HD 8.9. Let's get right into this thing. Okay, so a lot of you are going to be familiar with this because it's basically, the insides, they're very similar to the Kindle Fire 7, HD7. It's got a larger screen. First thing you'll notice about the Fire HD is how wide it is. You point out there's a large bezel around the screen, so it's not like edge-to-edge display. There's a black border around it. People look at that as a negative. I like it as a thumbs up because you can put your thumb there and not accidentally change pages.
Oh,
assuming
very true.
assuming you use this thing to read, which I never did. Listen, the whole thing has a beveled back, which is good. It's good for grip. It feels nice in the hands. It's very comfortable. It's coated with a nice little rubber. That's going to help with the grip. You are great at modeling this, by the way.
Thanks.
My big problem with the design of the Kindle are the buttons. Go ahead, Candace, please find the on-off switch. All right, she's faster at it than I am. All right, listen, that took me a lot longer than it took Candace to find it.
It's like the only button on here.
Yeah, I know. They hate buttons. But listen, I like when things are flush, but this is ridiculous. It's very difficult to sort of find.
You don't like the button?
Well, you can't, like, feel it out in the dark, which is something I do all the time.
Now, since it's called the Kindle Fire HD, I'm guessing the screen is pretty good, right?
Oh, the screen is great. It's 8.9-inch IPS, so it's in-plane switching, so any angle you're going to look at it, it's going to be nice, just like the original Fire. Viewing angles, fantastic. Resolution's boosted as well, 1920 by 1200, so it's not as high res as the Retina display iPad, but it's a lot better than that iPad mini, which I kind of hated. It's only an inch bigger, too, guys.
I like this. I like this a lot,
too. Color is excellent. Video looks great on this. I watched a lot of video on this. I did find the display to be even brighter than its predecessor, so thumbs up on that. I like it.
I like things bright.
Added bonus, everybody. You're getting the free brightness.
Woo! Now, they beefed up the hardware to go along with the screen.
They sure did. You got the hardware like the HD7. You're going to have a dual-core processor. You're going to have 1 gig of RAM, which is perfectly fine for Amazon. Amazon sort of light software. Media played perfectly. There we got some Fruit Ninja. We're still playing that. No one else is. And the speakers on here, I have to point out, the speakers on the Kindle Fire, just like its little brother, best tablet speakers I've ever heard.
Ever. Hands down.
#1 with a bullet.
Nice.
Nice speakers.
Now, Amazon has gone in and completely changed the interface. I'm told there is an Android OS somewhere on there.
Yeah, there is. It's buried, so if you didn't know it, you wouldn't know it, I guess. It's buried under Amazon's UI. They've updated it substantially, though. You still got the carousel situation there. Recently viewed things are going to be right in that front carousel. You go in there. It's pretty fast, too. Generally, it's snappy, not that sluggish. So I'm going to say thumbs up to Amazon on the UI. I like this UI better than the Nook's UI. So
Okay.
throw down the gauntlet, Amazon.
Thumbs up.
Good job.
Any specific app changes, like to the Kindle itself?
Yeah, there's a couple. You got on the Kindle itself, you're going to have your X-ray thing, which I'm a huge fan of. X-ray, of course, is the thing. So this is the Tim Ferriss book that just came out. You go ahead on there. It'll tell you key phrases, where they are in the book, characters, things like that. It gives you more information at the touch of your fingertip. And I like that a lot. But movie streaming, that is where it is at, my friend.
Tell me all about it.
Here we are watching A Mighty Wind. You touch the screen, it tells you who's in that scene.
Shut the front door.
Touch the actor, brings up every movie that they're in. Then,
love this.
if it's available for streaming on Amazon or Amazon Prime, you can just jump right into it and watch it from there.
That's crazy.
It is perfect for me because I have ADD.
But I love this because you're always watching a movie. You're like, where do I know that person from? You can just tap on it.
You no longer have to ask where you know it from. This will tell you.
Genius. I love it.
I just missed that completely.
Okay, you could have the Kindle Fire HD for $299. What are we rating it, Matt Myra?
Here's the deal. We are giving this a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5, everybody. Almost a 5 out of 5.
Why not a 5 out of 5?
Here's the only thing that's holding it back for me. I think it should be a little bit more robust as far as app selection, particularly. It's got, I mean, it's got like HBO Go, all that stuff, but the iOS App Store has so many more apps. That's sort of where I give it the edge. And this could be a little bit quicker, but I'm nitpicking. Here's the deal. If you want a tablet that's focused on entertainment rather than productivity, this is the thing. You got 22 million videos, movies, and stuff to watch from Amazon's library, and it's $200 less than the Retina iPad, and it's an inch bigger, and $30 less than the iPad Mini. That's what I'm saying, kids. Christmas, get it.
All right.
Thanks, Matty
I just sold that for them. Thank you. That is it for today's Gadget Prawn. Oh, man, that meat is moving through me. How's it doing with you?
Oh, my stomach feels awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome right now.
If tomorrow they just air nothing because we'll both be out sick,
Hey,
that's, you know
it's not
why,
our
everybody. But I really just want to thank Steve. Yeah! Microwave Steve.
Steve, like, who knew his ideas were so great? Oh,
You know what I'm going to do? If you get home tonight and you go into your kitchen and you don't look at your microwave a little bit differently, I don't know what's wrong with you. That is a versatile machine that I have never thought to put spaghetti in.
Or beef.
Oh, my God. Actually, I'm not gonna, did it not taste a little bit better than you thought it would?
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be really nasty. It was actually pretty good.
Pretty good, everybody. Go microwave something.
Right now,
Thank you to Shaun White. Click